What's up, everybody? It's your good friend Lukie, and this is my new YouTube channel. Please subscribe to help me. Look on the screen. Don't be a reoccurring viewer. Only 25% of the people watching these videos are subscribing. Hit the bell icon. Subscribe now, please.
Like, they fought in Mexico and they were like, yeah, basically there's no drug testing. And I fought a guy that was getting knocked out all the time, and then I fight him and he won't go down.
Let me tell you something. There's no drug testing. The fucking scales they're lying about. Dude.
It's a dirty game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a dirty game. Well, look, and it's a dirty game, and like a lot of it is show business, right? So a lot of it is, like half the time when the fights are happening, we know ahead of time who's going to win the damn fight, right?
I'd say 75% of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So that's what I'm saying. So most of it is like theater, So, for instance, when I fought Erik Morales, I hadn't like fought in a few years. I hadn't trained. I hadn't won a fight in a while, right? But they granted me a title shot to fight Erik Morales, and just called me out of the blue. Like, hey, you want to fight Erik? And yeah, sure. Right. So, like I hadn't trained in like years, and so like, but fuck, I wanted to go to Mexico. I wanted to fight Erik Morales.
It's a good paycheck. You get to fight for a world title.
Well, the paycheck wasn't great, but it was like cash. It was cash, and it was, I was like, all right, dude, I'll do it, whatever. I'm like, I'm down, I'm tough as fuck, I don't care anyways, right? So, I go down there and, we do press conferences and we're on TV and stuff. And then like the morning of the weigh-in, they call me like 7 a.m. They call me and say, Eddie, come down. I said, for what? They said, we're going to check your weight. I said, no, my weight's good, man. I'm like 129. It was like for 130 time. I'm 129. I just come down. I go, all right. So I come down. They go, get on the scale. So I go, with my shoes on, I'm like, wait, just get on the scale. I get on the scale. And I like with my clothes on, I was like 132. And I go, it's too light. I go, what? It's too light. They give me like a jug of water, like a big gallon. Drink that. That's your homework. Do that. Eat as much as you can. Eat as much as you can and then come back. So like, I'm eating as much as I can. I'm, because I hadn't really been eating much prior.
It's not going on.
Right. It's not really going on. And it's like running through me. Right. So, anyways, I go back and I weigh myself again, and they're like, dude, drink more and don't go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh. All right. So I'm like full. We go to the weigh-ins at, some TV, it was on some TV show, and they gave me like plastic bags of pesos to put in my pockets. And, like I weigh in. I don't even know what he weighed. Right? I don't even know what he weighed. I know that I was well over 130, and he still weighed more than me. Right? Now, great. So, and then like I remember like going, walking to the ring and people throwing like pistachios and Domino's pizza at me. And the funny thing was like, I like when you get in the ring, it was like in a bullfighting arena, right? So I was outside, and you get in the ring, and I noticed that the ring is like tilted. Right? I'm in the ring, and the ring is tilted, right? So, when they call us to the center of the ring, and they're giving us the instructions, and then I turn around, and I'm walking back to the corner, and I'm walking uphill, and I'm going, these motherfuckers tilted the corner. So like when you're walking back to the corner, you got to walk uphill, right? So dude, these guys not only they've got every little trick down, right? So anyway, so the first round goes and like he throws a jab, like, you know, like I said, I hadn't fought in a while, right? So, you know, he throws a jab and it hit me, and it like, you know, it kind of like my leg buckled a little bit because dude, it's the first punch I had taken in years, right? And I'm like, okay, I remember what that's like now, right? So I kind of shook it off, and he threw another jab and I slipped it. He threw another jab and I slipped it. And then I hit him with the jab. And I was like, dude, that was fucking easy. All right. And so I'm like moving around and I'm boxing him, boom, boom. And I'm like, I'm winning the goddamn round. I'm like, goddamn, I'm winning this round, right? And I couldn't believe it, you know, because like, look, dude, I didn't train for this fight or anything, you know. I hadn't trained in years. And so like I'm like, dude, how the hell am I like outboxing the champ of the world? And then all of a sudden, remember, now I'm in Mexico City, which is like what, 10,000, 12,000 feet elevation.
It's the MMA fighter Cain Velasquez. It's where the sea level Cain origin comes from, because he fought there and he gassed out.
Yeah, well, dude. Anyways, trust me. And we're outside and they're in a bullfighting arena. So it's like, you know, Mexico City's smoggy as it is. So there's smog and dust and just, it was hard to breathe, right? So like all of a sudden, I know like by the end of the first round, near the end of the first round, I go, dude, I don't have much left, man. I'm tired, right? And so we go back, the bell rings, and I go back, and I win the round, right? So I go back and I sit on the stool, and like I brought a friend with me, you know.
You just got the random guy, like it's not even a coach. It's just it's like the homie. Friend. Yeah, he's getting a vacation.
Yeah, he came with me. He got a vacation. I said, hey, his name's Shingo. I said, hey, Shingo, man. I go, look, dude, I'm dog tired, and you know me, I'm not gonna quit. I will fight till I die. All right. So if you were my friend, you will like protect me. Okay. So if you see me get in trouble and I'm fighting my ass off, just like save me. All right. And he goes, all right. I go, but I'm telling you right now, I'm going to run down across this. When the bell rings, I'm going to run over there and I'm going to hit him with everything I got. And if he goes down, then we win. And if he doesn't, then we're in trouble. And he goes, okay. So anyways, bell rings and I like walk down like I'm not going to do anything. And I fucking crack him with the right hand. Now, to me, it feels hard, but like, you know, when you're training every day and you're a professional fighter, you're superhuman. But when you're not training every day and you become a normal person, your punches are not what you think they should be. So like I hit him and his head snaps back and he looked at me and he was so mad. And I was looking at him and I kind of like giggled to myself. And I said, ooh, I giggled to myself. I said, ooh, Eddie, you made him mad. He's mad at you now, right? So he came out and just threw everything at me, right? And finally, like he caught me with a body shot, boom, and put me down. And then like I got up and then he hit me with something else and, you know, put me down. And then like I got up again. And then I see like a towel come in. And I'm looking at the towel and the referee picks up the towel and he looks at me and I shrug my shoulders and he throws the towel back out and he goes, fight. And we start fighting. And then the bell rang, and then the third round, you know, I made it out of that round, and the third round came, and they stopped it in the third.
That is the total boxing story. The referee's like, we're not gonna stop it here.
Yeah, no, that's not the story. So then I'm like this was in 2002, and Mexico City was still kind of dangerous, and they had like
kidnapping, right?
Yeah, and they had all these notices like at the hotels, like do not get in a cab unless we call it for you, right? if we call you, if we tell you it's okay to get in the cab, then get in the cab. If not, do not get in the cab, because like people were getting in fake cabs and getting brought to ATMs and getting robbed and stuff. So I was like, oh man. So like they're bringing me cash, right? So I'm like waiting, just like, dude. So it's getting later and later, right? You know, we get back from the fights, you know, it's like damn near 1 a.m, right? So I'm waiting for this dude. I'm like, what the fuck's my money? You know, like I'm flying home tomorrow. I want my goddamn money. I'm waiting. And finally this dude comes like at 3:30 in the morning in a paper bag. You know, he's got like 35 grand in 20s and $20 bills. I'm like, dude, are you serious? I'm like, stay here, you know? And I told my friend, I said, stay with him, right? And he goes, all right. And I went upstairs and I had to count $35,000 in fucking $20 bills.
How long did that take? Like an hour?
A long ass time. It took a long ass time. That motherfucker had to wait there, right? I went down and finally I was like, all right, man. It's all here. Thank you.
And then how do you leave? Like, what'd you do? Put the money on you or put it in your suitcase? Like, that's not the easiest situation to leave with that in cash out of Mexico City.
Well, like I barricaded the door in the hotel room because I was like freaked out. Like someone was going to try to like, you know, because like when you walk through the hotels, you see like, you know, damage on some of the doors or break-ins and stuff, you know? So like, I like kind of barricaded the door and just waited until like it was time to leave, you know?
So you didn't even go to sleep?
No. And then like, you know, like I put like, you know, some money in my suitcase and gave some money to my friend, because you're only supposed to walk out with like 10 grand, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like trying to figure out how to hide it all so I don't have to pay taxes and declare it. But it didn't work, so I paid taxes on it.